You know, we're always told that ambition is the key. You gotta focus, you gotta grind, you sacrifice. But what if that laser focus comes with a hidden cost? A cost we don't even see we're paying until it's way too late. Today, we're gonna talk about that, the strange solitude of success, and more importantly, how to build a life that's not just successful, but genuinely connected.
So let's just start with that big question right there. What is the true cost of ambition? And I'm not talking about the late nights or the tough calls. I'm talking about what and who gets left in the dust when we're constantly staring at the finish line. To really get this, we've got to go back in time, way back to the 18th century. I want to introduce you to a French scientist named Guillaume Legentil. Seriously, his story is maybe one of the most powerful, most tragic cautionary tales about career dedication I've ever heard. It's a gut punch of a lesson about what happens when one single goal swallows everything else whole.
Okay, just look at this timeline. It's wild. In 1760, Legentil sails from France on a huge scientific mission to watch the transit of Venus from India. But a year later, war breaks out. He can't even land. His data from the rocking ship, totally useless. So what does he do? He decides to wait for 8 more years. 8! Then in 1769, the big day arrives, and a single cloud blocks his view at the exact wrong moment. It took him another 2 years to get home. 11 years gone.
And this is what he came home to. It's just devastating. He arrives back in France to find out he's been declared legally dead. His wife? Well, she'd moved on and remarried. And his own family? They had happily looted his entire estate. His whole life, everything that wasn't his job, had completely vanished. All for a goal he never even reached. His ambition literally cost him everything.
Now, Legentil's story is, of course, an extreme case, but it's a perfect illustration of a very modern problem that a lot of high achievers run into. We call it career tunnel vision. Let's break down what that actually is.
So, here's the textbook definition. It's basically that state of hyper-focus where your professional goals become so all-consuming that your world just shrinks. You stop seeing everything outside of that narrow tunnel, especially the social connections that, actually make life worth living. And look, let's be really clear here. Focus isn't the bad guy. To do anything meaningful, you absolutely have to focus. It's like using a camera lens, right? You dial it in to get your subject perfectly sharp and clear. That's how you get a great shot. That's a good thing. But here's the trap. When you zoom in that tight, what happens to everything else in the frame? It all just blurs out. With career tunnel vision, your friends, your family, your hobbies, they all become that blurry background. And if you stay zoomed in like that for long enough, you can forget that background even exists. All you see is the goal. And this isn't just about feeling a little disconnected. There is a real, measurable price to pay for this kind of isolation. You could think of it as a loneliness tax. And it turns out, this tax has a massive impact on our long-term health and happiness, and we've got the science to prove it.
So, what's with the number 75? Well, for 75 years, 3/4 of a century, the Harvard study of adult development followed the lives of hundreds of people. They were trying to find the answer to the ultimate question, what really makes for a happy, healthy life? And their final answer was almost shockingly simple.
This is it. This is the big takeaway from 75 years of research. It wasn't about money, it wasn't about fame, it wasn't even about career success. The director of the study summed it all up perfectly. Good relationships keep us happier and healthier. Period. That's it. Full stop, the end. I mean, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? When they looked at what best predicted who would be happy and healthy later in life, the quality of their relationships just towered over everything else. It was a better predictor than how successful their career was. It was even a better predictor than their cholesterol levels. That's incredible. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Career tunnel vision leads to isolation, and isolation tanks our happiness. But here's the good news. There's a very clear, very actionable solution. And it's not about being less ambitious. It's about being more intentional. It's about proactively building your community.
First things first, let's get one thing straight. This is not networking. Networking is transactional. It's all about what can I get. Community is relational. It's about what can we build together. One gives you a Rolodex of contacts, the other gives you deep, meaningful connections. Totally different things.
So how do you actually do this? It's a simple 3-step habit. It's so doable. Step 1, identify. Just list 5 to 7 people in your life who really energize you, challenge you, and support you. People who are good for your soul, not just your career. Step 2, schedule. Put a recurring, non-negotiable appointment in your calendar to connect with one of those people every single week. Treat it like a critical meeting. And step 3, engage. Just have a real conversation. No agenda. The only goal is real human connection.
All right, let's pull all of this together into your action plan. This little system, this habit, is something you can literally start doing right now. It's the antidote to the isolating side effects of ambition. It's how you stay focused on your goals without losing sight of what actually makes life great.
Let me summarize the whole explainer for you. It really boils down to just a few key ideas.
First, that unchecked ambition can lead straight to career tunnel vision, and that slowly but surely cuts you off from the rest of the world. Second, remember that massive 75-year Harvard study? It proves, without a doubt, that strong relationships are the #1 predictor of a happy life. Third, building a structured community isn't some fuzzy, vague idea. It's a concrete, actionable habit. And finally, being proactive about connection is your single best defense against the solitude that so often comes with success.
So, the real question is, who are those 5 to 7 people for you? Don't just think about it. Start building that community. We actually have templates you can download right now to help you get started. It's time to stop just building a successful career and start building a successful life.